and welcome to the Swift Talk. I'm Kait, the Swiftie.
And I'm not so Swift Sam, the Sam.
I am Sam.
I am Sam, starring Sean Penn.
I like
2001, 2002.
Sure.
A Space Odyssey?
It was an odd movie.
We do go on an odyssey.
We do. Welcome to Bowie After Dark. We were talking about David Bowie.
In your dreams, wildest ones at that. Taylor has been out and about.
Really?
Yeah, our girl's in Florida. Well, was in Florida. Perhaps may still be in Florida. Who could say?
Probably the guy that used to ping where her plane is landing on Twitter.
They keep changing the name of the plane, so it's hard for them. There's like some new law. We talked about it a couple months ago. Yeah. If you had as many stalkers as Taylor Swift had, I wouldn't really want people being like, she's flying here.
I'm not even fine with the ones that I know that I have, let alone not knowing how many more I have.
Oh, but yours are so fun.
Really?
Yeah.
They all are when you're on the outside.
Yeah, you know, the crazy things they do are real.
What's she up to in Florida State?
She's hanging out with our guy, Travis.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's training for the season there.
Mm-hmm.
So
As you do.
she's hanging out, being supportive.
Now, where's Kansas City usually train?
In Kansas City, they have their training camps. It's not like baseball.
Oh, no, I thought she was down in Florida while he's doing spring
He's
training.
doing his own training.
Oh, yeah.
He's, hanging out, training with whomever.
Nice.
I don't follow a whole lot about what Travis Kelce does for training because, frankly, still cranky about a couple Super Bowls. But they made an appearance at a hockey game on Thursday night.
Really?
Yeah, I went after work to grab a drink with a friend, and I look up, and I go, that's Taylor. And my friend was like, no, it's a hockey game. And I go, that's Taylor and Travis, and is that Wayne Gretzky? So they're sitting at the box in the Stanley Cup playoffs between the Panthers, Florida Panthers, and the Oilers from Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game, really good game. The Panthers lost in overtime.
So now you're a hockey fan?
No, but I do like when they're on a date night. It was actually you see her out and you're like, all right, fan pictures are coming, and I was like. Got up the next morning, scrolling through the Instagram. The account Swiftys for Eternity is great because something gets posted and she's on it. Like, it doesn't matter what she's doing or where this woman is, she's on it. So if you want to follow with like up-to-date Taylor Swift information, Swiftys for Eternity, she's on it. But she posted this really cute photo of Taylor with a fan. And do you know what the fan was wearing?
A cardigan?
Yes! She sure was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Taylor took a second picture where like the fan was like holding the cardigan up from her body.
Which cardigan?
It was the Midnight's cardigan. Thank you for asking.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, we're Midnight's people. Midnight's.
Ta-da.
Yeah. So like it was just really fun to see them out and about, like hanging out, chatting.
Yeah, pucking around. That's awesome.
Just, icing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The goal of the adventure, have a good time. She was wearing, again, these wildly high heels.
Don't want to trip in those. Hurt your Zambo knee.
Pat McAfee, the ESPN host, I guess, right? He went from radio to like doing his radio show on TV.
Yeah.
Was talking about it. He goes, she's like 6 feet 6'2" in those. He's still taller. He's like literally did a whole segment on Taylor wearing heels.
These are how heels work. They make you taller.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Mac.
Yeah, but good for Taylor for getting to wear whatever she wants now.
Hasn't she been able to wear whatever she wants for 5 years now? 6 years since she emancipated herself?
Joe's short.
Oh, right. Yes. Now it makes sense. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was thinking more of like parting of the ways between Red Machine and her. Nope, it's parting of the ways between a teeny king in England and a giant Labrador man.
Yeah.
In Missouri.
Big Kelce fans. And then the next day she pops up. She's out and about at a children's hospital.
As she does.
We love a Taylor Children's Hospital visit. there's all these videos coming out from the parents who were there, and she walks into the room and she goes, "Hi, fill in the name. I'm Taylor." And the kids are like, "Yeah, I know."
She's pretty much becoming, like, in some senses, the new Mickey Mouse. Like, where it was the 90s, 2000s, I remember some documentary, they're, like, showing, okay, who's this famous person, who's this famous person? They pull up, like, a cartoon of, like, Bart Simpson or Mickey Mouse or whatever. That super easy recognition where, as a kid, you won't even have to see the thing. You've seen enough of that to correlate to something.
Yeah.
Like, through newspapers, through commercials, through whatever. That's Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, she's everywhere.
Mhm.
But it was really like she came with signed copies of her Eras Tour book and other things, for these kids. And then the other day, one of the families had put it up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman bought it for the $500 she was offering it for and reached out. And she was like, "Hey, like, what's going on here? Why are you selling this?" And the woman goes, "My daughter's care is so expensive that I just need some help. Like, we're changing tubes in her brains it's just a lot." The woman was like, "Well, keep the book. Here's the $500 and let's do something about this." And she told the fans, and the fans were like, "Oh, that's not okay. Let's help this family." So the Swifties raised $15,000 for this family to help with her care.
That's awesome.
And the same Instagram account where I get all my Taylor up-to-date news
Mm-hmm.
also posted a link, and a bunch of Swifties donated $13 to the children's hospital Taylor visited. Made a nice little impact there for them,
That's fantastic.
which is what happened in Kansas City and whenever Taylor goes to a. So it's always like a nice little Taylor does good, and then we follow.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you set up an LLC or a nonprofit organization called like the Swifty Fund, where you can crowdsource money to use for those kind of things?
I don't know how Taylor's people would feel about that, but it's an interesting thought. It's worth thinking about.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Crazier ideas have been thought.
Crazier ideas. It's just nice to see Taylor finding a place where she's not being hounded. Like, she goes to a children's hospital, she gets to meet fans, she gets to do some good in a community, and then she gets to go back to her life. It's nice to see her getting to do things when she's ready, how she wants to do it, that have a big impact, but don't turn into a three-ring circus.
Yeah, it's post Palace Princess Diana.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very much so. And so it's just nice to see, like, somebody setting the example of doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she could literally sit and count her money and hang out on the beach all day
Mm-hmm.
or do whatever, go shopping or go anywhere in the world. And this is how she chooses to spend her time.
Good for her.
That and sitting through a hockey game. She was having a great time. I don't know if she was watching the game, but she was having a great time.
Was it mullet night?
No.
No.
But there's speculation the series is back in Florida tonight, so you'll be listening to this and be like, "Guys, she was there before this episode came out." Duh.
I can say right now that if there's any chance of her going back to the game tonight, it'll be the most watched hockey game ever. Like the Super Bowl situation.
We were talking about it and watching her, and I go, the NHL is cutting to her so much. They're like, "And there's Taylor and Travis, and there's Taylor and Travis." And, like, she's here too. She's here too. Where the NFL is like, maybe we shouldn't show her too much because our fans are upset. It's like nice to see people be like, "Guys, they're here too,"
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to this very, very gentle football playing men who can't handle a pop star being there.
We can only handle it once every season on a grandstand.
Well, I mean, People Magazine came out, and we tend to put a lot of faith in what People Magazine says because historically their source in this is Taylor's publicist tree. And so she's like, "Yep, expect Taylor to be around for a lot of the season because she's not touring. She's around."
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see a lot of Taylor at the football games. Thank God.
You're happier that she's going to be at the games more than touring, or you're just happier that she's going to be at more of the games, period?
I'm happier that she's going to be at more of the games.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think she needs a break from touring. That was a very brutal tour.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Thousands of countries, thousands. There's only like 100 something in the world, but thousands.
Yep, she was there. It was rare. We remember it.
All too 10.
All too well. All two eras. And there's this whole conversation going on because, I make my coworker tell me what era it is. And now that we can listen to all of Taylor all the time, it doesn't matter what version. There's so many more songs in our rotation.
There you go.
And he's like, Kait, I don't know this song. And I was like, yes, you do. It's off Red. We've heard this. It's just nice to have them all back.
There you go.
All back. I've been listening to Reputation on repeat.
You're going to have a nice Swift summer.
Yes, I think we will. I think it'll be a nice golden summer.
Oh, you rushing to the song today?
We're gold rushing.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I figured. How could you wait for your gold rush? I don't like a gold rush.
From San Francisco.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Are you ready to hop into this Evermore song?
Evermore is the album. Gold Rush is the song. Taylor Swift is the artist. Yeah, let's do it.
Antonoff is the producer.
Okay.
So I am predisposed to like it. You'll probably hate it. But here we go. You're a Dessner guy.
Let's see.
We're going to hit pause. You hit pause. We're listening to track 6, Evermore, off Evermore, Gold Rush. We'll be right back. Well, Sam.
So are we going to listen to the song? That was the song.
Did you black out?
That was the quickest. That has to be the fastest Taylor Swift song that's ever been recorded.
It's one of, yes.
One of.
Did it feel like a daydream?
No.
Just as fleeting as a daydream?
No. It felt like a Peloton trial.
I don't dream in Taylor.
It's our first problem.
It's a good problem.
Do you dream about Taylor? Have you ever had a dream about Taylor?
Sometimes yes, I'm back at the Eras tour.
Okay, so tell me about this song. Tell me about it. Because it gets where she will and then she won't call someone up for being contrary. And she does kind of contrary herself in this snake eating its own tail of a song. What's up? Tell us about it.
It's just a very wishfully confused song.
Wishy-washy?
Where you think you want them, but you don't want anybody else to want them, but you don't really think you want them, but maybe you do, but maybe it's like having a crush. It's just like,
what?
I don't like this Gold Rush. Everybody wonders what it would be like to love you. Walk past, quick blush. I don't like the slow motion, double vision in a rose bush. Like, I get it.
What? What?
Is that what you're taking from the song, Kait?
That is what the fandom has taken from this song.
What are you taking from the song? The same thing? Oh, yeah. Come on. It's
okay.
Okay. Go for it.
I think that this song is written about Joe and where she has him up on this pedestal and she's rapidly annoyed about it, where she's looking at him and she is like, what is it like to have everybody want you? Like, what is it like to be, what is it like to be you? Like with hair falling into place like dominoes. Like, what is it like to have this kind of perfect image and persona? Like, what is that like? And then resenting him for all of that. Like admiring it and resenting it at the same time. And I think part of it is when your partner is somebody who just kind of gets accolades and just kind of wanders into these things and you work hard, you grind hard, and she has been like a whack-a-mole for the general public and for the press. And she's like, no, wait a minute. You're not perfect. But like, I like that you're perfect, but I don't like that you're perfect. What are you taking from this?
You're not perfect. I don't like that you're perfect. You are
Yes, it's confused.
Well, yeah,
It's
very
wistfully
confused.
confused.
It's very confused because it's the imagery of being like there's the beauty, and yet I'm captivated by the rose, but stuck in the thorns and the briars and everybody wants it's eyes like sinking ships on waters so inviting I almost jump in. The two images I get are eyes like sinking ships are old wooden ships capsizing and the nose is slowly descending, and so I'm just seeing like a very like drooping eyeball. But that's my mind going, but also just being like, oh, it's so inviting, almost jumped in. The you're seeing something that's clearly the sign of destruction, and you're like, I would yeah, destroy me.
Well, I mean, I think if you have, I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this comment here without
Like the troubled
navigating
waters
into
that we're
something
going
I don't
into.
want to navigate into. Like, I think a lot of people have been in the position where you can see the danger. You see that this is a bad idea, and you're like, that's for me.
The maneuvers into the crazy are sometimes out of desperate. The maneuvers into going into clearly like you even know that it's a bad idea, and you're like, yeah, but maybe, sure, okay.
I can fix him. No, maybe I can.
But the idea of it being like whatever the complication of this of being like, yes, you are the worst thing in the world. Yes, you're gonna be the end of me. But I don't want anyone else to have that.
Yeah.
That's the weird, like, why would you want to possess your downfall?
I think that when you are in this tornado of, I guess, lust here, and you're like, wow, like you are what I have looked for. You are what I want. Like your Eagles t-shirt hanging on the door. Like this is like, we are so similar. We like all of the same things. Your hair is perfect. Your face is perfect. You're so beautiful. Like, yes, but.
So there's that, and then there's also the complication of her own contrarianism of being like, I can imagine myself, and this is our life, and yeah, at the dinner parties, I'm going to be like, no, that's not what you meant. You're just saying that because blah, blah, blah. And then it's almost like the face-to-face of that person being like, I can see us, and we're going to be at this party, and I wouldn't.
But that's what this song is. It's seeing that person, having that entire relationship play out, and being like, ooh, yeah, that really is. That's why it starts with the like eyes shining like sinking ships. I almost jump in, and ends with it. Like she completes the circle there because she sees him, goes, yep, you're for me. And then she's like, and this is how it'll go. And like, this is what will happen. And like 5 minutes down the road, 5 years down the road, here's where we are. And no, like, and then you wake back up.
So
and
the bridge of this song is literally right on the nose because she's going from eye to eye.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes we don't like to be subtle.
It sounds Lord.
You keep saying that, and I did some research because you guys are always like, Lord, Lana, Lord. That's Jack. And I don't know if necessarily it sounds Lord. It sounds Jack.
Does he produce for her?
He produces for Lord. He produces for Lana. Like,
okay.
He produces all of them. Like, that's why it's an Antonoff song. Like, this is a Jack Antonoff song. It's such a Jack Antonoff song. The bleachers played the instruments on the background. And so, like, I think when you say it sounds Lord or it sounds Lana, like the deeper part of that is it's Jack.
Well, you took like 198 episodes to like really clear that up to us. So thank you so
I
much.
thought you knew.
There is a difference between Catalonian and Spanish. It's subtle, but it's there. And all Catalonian is Spanish, but not all Spanish is Catalonian.
But if you notice, New Lord does not sound like Lord.
I don't know if I've really even heard New Lord.
I haven't heard it.
I'll play it for you guys when.
No, thank you.
Oh, it's good. I like New Lord. Like New Lord has been stuck in my head for a couple of weeks now.
Who is a producer? Somebody else?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
There's a whole lore there, which I don't think we're going to get into today. But
it's not a. I mean, this is a song that it's not that I could care less. I have nothing to talk about. It's just the interesting part is probably just the nitpickingness for me. It's short,
You?
it's concise, and it's literally just it's a full circle song. If you had this on repeat, you wouldn't know really. It's such a clean like start ending that it could just be the snake eating its tail. It would go full circle, and you would think it was a 10-minute version.
Yeah, even when she was ending the song or it ended, I thought it was going to come back in.
Yeah,
like she does all the time, and it didn't. It just faded out. And I was like, ooh.
But I think that's kind of the part of it. Like, it is fleeting. And it's like a gold rush. Like, gold rushes come and then they go. Like, this is not a place you stay very long. And I think it is like that moment of that crush, of that, I see you, I like you, I want you. Wait a minute. Let's let that burn off for a second. Like, here's what the reality is going to be. It's like seeing all of your past mistakes and being like, I've learned something.
The interesting thing that I don't know if it's worth tying to or not is the fact that if she is looking at Joe as the gold rush, that was an 8-year gold rush.
Well, no, I think that this is like the beginning of that. And so I think she kind of used him and we use him as that like perfect hair. You're standing there. If she had that moment where she could see it.
And she turns his story or their story into folklore.
That's my hot take. I think that while Taylor we've been talking about how their relationship was having problems, and Midnights is probably a breakup album, but we see a lot of like themes of that in Folklore and Evermore. And as she's writing these songs, she's turning their stories, their issues into folklore. And, if Joe did cheat on her, this is their love triangle, which is the Betty, James, and Augustine. Like, if, he was not ready, if he wanted to get married and Taylor wasn't quite ready, there's your champagne problems. Or maybe you flip that on its ear and Taylor wanted to get married and Joe wasn't ready. But, like, I think you see glimmers of their issues. And then they wrote them together. And, like, they're just so intertwined in this album that it makes sense that she would be like...
What if Taylor's the Joe?
It's possible.
And what's his face from the...
Matty Healy?
Yeah.
It's possible.
He'd be the Betty.
He would be the Betty.
And then you have your Golden King, your Augustine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll never know. I mean, maybe one day when
the 5th book comes out.
Yeah, Taylor writes her own version of the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We'll learn a lot. Who could say until then? Like, we know what Taylor wants us to know or what the other players want us to know. Who could say?
It's the best way I can say this is maybe it's just the pacing of the song in general. It's kind of like being on that. It's like being on the treadmill, and it's not quite slow enough to just like have the brisk walk, and it's not quite fast enough that you can full on jog. It's like it doesn't quite catch.
I think it's rushed, and it's supposed to be.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of the beauty of Evermore and Folklore, is that these are songs that necessarily don't fit into the Taylor aesthetic, and they necessarily don't kind of give you what you're looking for, but they somehow manage to work. Mm-hmm. And I think that this album is very much the right place at the right time. I don't know if it wasn't COVID, we could have gotten any of this, and it would have been, she would have written it, it would have been received as well. Like, I think perfect time, perfect place. But it's also really interesting to see her let down her walls, and it's not perfect, and it's not polished, and it's very interesting. And I think that songs like Gold Rush are interesting moments of Taylor songwriting where it makes way for things like The Tortured Poets.
Sure. It's not quite Pyrite.
Not quite.
There you go. Awesome.
But, it's a fleeting gold rush, which is, we got an Eagles t-shirt, not a Chiefs t-shirt. So she had no idea. And the gold rush the 49ers were in, she ruined that for us too.
Does Joe have a super strong, like, does Joe have a brother or like a best friend?
I couldn't tell you.
Maybe there's some brotherly love going on there behind the scenes. Maybe the Betty is someone different.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
Who could say?
All right. What we got next on the docket?
Next week we're doing Better Man. I found a red song. Found a red song we hadn't done yet.
This is Pearl Jam did this?
No. Well, I mean, Pearl Jam did one, but we're doing the Taylor one.
Okay.
There's also 2 versions, not just a Taylor's version.
We don't do Taylor's versions anymore.
Oh, no. There's another artist version. So we get so many songs.
Okay. Better Man. Will we be better off or worse after this, Jason? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
My money's on this is going to be an interesting episode. So you'll definitely want to tune in next week. If you haven't already, make sure to like, follow, rate, subscribe, review. Tell 38 of your friends.
Let us know why Kait's right. Let us know why I'm wrong. Let us know if you wish that Taylor would sing about a different NFL team, or if she should start singing about the NHL.
Or, if you understand her gold rush.
I know.
We'll see you next week. Thanks again for watching. I'm Kait the Swifty.
I'm not so Swift Sam.
And we'll be back next week with Better Man here on the Swift Talk.